because this is all new. It's almost untested, isn't it?
Well, this is our inaugural broadcast, so yeah, it's
absolutely. So we've got no idea if anyone's watching this or not. So starting point, if you're there, pop something in the comments box so that we can see that you're there. That would be awesome. And we'll just wait a few minutes for people to appear before we start with the cool stuff that we've got to share. So just wait a little bit longer. Does it look like it's working from your end, Andy?
Yeah, it looks like it's okay. It's okay. So yeah, we'll just kick off.
Okay, right. We shall get going. Hi. So we've got it's working. We've got Nadeem on there. Hi, Nadeem. Good to see you. So this is the technology is working. That's always a good start. So firstly, everyone, a very warm welcome to this. What are we calling this these days, Andy? Is it still the Campaign Builder Pros? Is it the Marketing Automation Online Chat? I've lost track of where we're at.
So the YouTube of awesomeness is what we're going to call it.
There we go.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I'll go with that.
Okay, so as you can tell, this is totally live, totally, well, not quite unplanned, but it's definitely unscripted. It just means that you get to join Andy, Wendy, and myself for as long as it takes, talking about all things marketing automation, or anything about online funnels, online sales, e-commerce, you name it. We have talked about it at some point, maybe even a little bit about email somewhere in there. So today, this is a brand new live format. We are broadcasting live to YouTube, so we'll see how that all works out. I think the theory is that this kind of remains on YouTube as recording after. Is that part of the idea?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, basically, we've not really gone into YouTube whatsoever. We've always done live webinars. We've used things like GoToWebinar and Zoom and all those sort of things. And why my attitude is that it just as easy to go onto YouTube Live. It actually means that it stays there. We can build a YouTube channel. We can build a community. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, and then hit the notification button, and then you'll get to know when we're actually doing these things. Because a lot of the stuff that we do on these webinars it's different from training. You can ask us questions. We go through different things that are happening right now. It's very much a of the now type of broadcast, and we're going to go through lots of different types of things, all to do with marketing automation, active campaign, how it works. We're going to go to some questions. We do Q&As and things like that, and it's really to help the busy business owner to start to understand how active campaign actually works and how marketing automation can actually work within the business. Because that's what we're all about. That's what we do every day, is help business owners to, make more money, make more sales, get more leads, all those sort of things. So this is really about talking about things like the psychology of marketing as well as the technology. But so it's not just like pushing out the technology. It's about why things happen. What happens when you click something?
Yeah.
How can you sort of increase sales through using marketing automation, because there's some specific techniques that we can help businesses with. That's why we're doing this sort of thing.
Yeah, no, that all sounds good, and certainly the technology seems to be working. And rather than cover lots and lots of things this week, then we've got one kind of fairly new, really super cool thing to cover, because we're back after our summer break, and I think you've been quite busy, haven't you, Andy? I mean, we've all been busy, but you have been working on something that's rather cool, and I think today the idea is we're going to share that and see what everyone makes of it. Does that sound about right?
Yeah, I mean, I will share this because it's actually me and Wendy have been working on it for the last 2 weeks.
Pretty much. It seems longer than that, Andy.
Yeah, it's actually longer than that. But the thing is, and obviously we're a evaluated reseller. Campaign Builder Pro is a evaluated reseller for Active Campaign. And so what we've got a lot of training at the back end. So if you remember, you get a lot of training of how to set things up and the sort of the sort of technical side of it. There's a lot of over the shoulder stuff that goes on. But in the last couple of weeks, we've been working on something else. If I could just share this, if I can do this. This is something called the Fast Conversion Roadmap. And what we've been doing is we've been trying to take in some feedback from prospects and customers and people that talk to us about this sort of thing, about what they actually need to understand about marketing automation. And although there is a plethora of things, there's so much stuff that you can do with marketing automation. and it can get incredibly sophisticated. However, there are some really good sort of basic things that I think a lot of businesses don't really understand about how to put a funnel together properly. And so what I wanted to do, and when I was talking to Wendy about this, we just went into what do people really need to understand to get something up and running pretty quickly. So what we decided to do was to do some different bits and pieces that were going to help businesses, especially our members, our clients, because this is where the sort of thing we do. This is why we're evaluated reseller. So we actually, let's just do this. Got too many buttons to press. That's the trouble. If I put this up, basically, we just released the Fast Conversion Roadmap, which is a PDF download, which our members get completely for free. They don't have to do anything. It will be sent out to them hopefully within the next few days. We're going to do it over this next week anyway. So that will be coming out to them. And the idea behind it is really to do a roadmap of the sort of funnel, both from a technical point of view and also the psychological point of view, that actually works. Things that we do on a regular basis for clients, and sort of a bit of the background behind it. And it's a nice little download for everybody. If you're not a member, you can also get this if you go to that URL at the bottom. It's a free download, so you can just get it if you're not a member. But we've also done something else as well. Now, when we put it together, what we thought to ourselves was it'd be really good if we can actually show people exactly how to use this roadmap, because it's great getting a download, it's great getting a PDF so you can just follow it through, and it talks quite a lot about the different aspects of what's involved in a funnel. But it's always really good to sort of follow it up a little bit with maybe some video stuff, when we talk about how it actually works and where things go and how they proceed from one section to the next, and the psychology behind it. Because whether we like it or not, everything to do with marketing is about the psychology. Yes, we need the technology, but it's why people do things is what makes marketing work. We know loads and loads of people who can build stuff, can build a website. Doesn't mean it's going to be any good if the psychology of the website doesn't, hit the buyer's buying buttons. Then it's not going to be any good. That website will do nothing. It will just literally sit there in the wilderness doing absolutely nothing. So there's a lot of psychology with all these things, Facebook ads, everything. And the funnel psychology is something which I find pretty fascinating. I know we all do, because it's what we do. So what we've done is we created some free training at the same time. And I think it makes a lot of difference when people really understand exactly how this sort of training works, because we've gone through the PDF and we've taken out what we've actually been saying in the PDF, which is really helpful in its own right. But now we offer some free training, and if you download this, as soon as you download it, as soon as you subscribe, it will go over to a page which offers you that training. If you're not a member, if you're a member, you're going to get this anyway for free. You don't have to do absolutely anything. Our members will be getting this training for free. It's brand new training, but it's just going through this fast conversion roadmap, bit by bit, stage by stage, looking at the psychology and the technology and over the shoulder build and all that sort of stuff. It's really quite comprehensive. But if you're not a member and you want to get that training and you don't have anything at the moment, if you're in a position where you know that you need to put some sales funnels up, but you don't have any software to do it, and you don't really understand exactly what you need to do, then this is going to be fantastic training for you. So we give you an opportunity to come on board with us. So you get Active Campaign. We don't charge anything more for Active Campaign. So there's no uplift membership fee or anything like that. If you buy Active Campaign through Active Campaign, you pay the same price as you do buying through us. It's no difference in price, but it will enable you to get on board, get the software so you can actually go and use it, and then get access to the training. There's 7 days that come out, so one piece of training every day for 7 days that shows you exactly how to build the perfect fast conversion funnel. And so basically what we do is we go through, If I just get onto here, we go through the actual funnel that we're going to be putting in place, and the funnel's going to look at all different ways. But we're just doing a very simple funnel. It's the psychology of it that makes the biggest difference. So we're going to talk about the traffic, lead generation, the bridge sequencing, and the offer sequence, and all that sort of stuff. But we go through each of these things: the landing page, delivery page, bridge to offer sequence, and the offer page. We go through all of this in the live training as well. And as I say, if you've already got things like Active Campaign, and you want to come on board with us to get this sort of training and this and other training, then all you need to do is to go to support at campaignbuilderpro.com and tell us what you want to do. Tell us that you want to come over, and we'll help you to migrate yourself across to us so you can get all this training for Active Campaign and funnel building. And also, if you're on something like, I know, MailChimp, and you want to sort of use something like this, like Active Campaign, to help you to boost your campaigns and build your funnels better, then again, just contact us at support and we'll tell you exactly what to do to migrate over to us. So we go through on the training all of these sort of things, but we've also got some bonus training. One of the things, apart from the normal sales funnel that we go through, we've also got some bonus training on things like the Profit Maximizer funnel, which is just a different type of funnel. And again, in that bonus training, I go through the sort of psychology and the technology to actually get this up and running. And the Profit Maximizer funnel basically means that you can start making some money pretty quickly. If you're the right sort of business, and not every business is perfect for this, but most businesses are. But it enables you to start to build a process where you can build your leads, but also get paid for it, or at least to start funding advertising to build your list. So it doesn't cost you anything, or shouldn't cost you anything, to actually start building a list, even though you're advertising for it. So it's a great way of actually building a really good list using marketing, using advertising, so something like a Facebook ad. But the way the Profit Maximizer funnel works is it enables you to actually start paying for those ads so you can build your list for nothing. And what this actually means is that a lot of people who use these sort of things can start building their list exponentially and just keep on putting a bit more money into the advertising and build their list quicker and quicker and quicker. It doesn't mean that that's the end of it. You know, when we go through this Profit Maximizer funnel, we also talk quite a lot about what comes after that. So a bridge sequence and then putting in offers later. But that's a really good way of doing it. We've also got another bonus, which is our funnel graphics package. And this is something which I've been giving to some clients of mine over the years to really just sort of help them put together presentations. Because a lot of my clients are either, a lot of them business owners who need to explain how they want their funnel to be put together to someone who's putting their funnel together, whether it's me or another business. But we've also got people who are in marketing teams, and this is a great way of using it to sort of present how funnels, or how the funnel they're proposing is actually going to work to management. So there's so many different ways that we can use this, but it's just really the graphics that helps you to put together funnels that make sense to people. So it also, I think, is a really good way. And we've got a lot of feedback about this in the past, that it enables people to visualize how the funnel actually works, how it's actually put together. So for instance, something like this 7 days of success type of funnel, where you might have an advert in Facebook which says, I'm going to give away my 7-day success regime. All you got to do is sign up, and I'll do a video for you every single day for 7 days to show you how to get from where you are right now to where you want to be. And those sort of things happen quite a lot. You see quite a lot of consultants do that, or well-being coaches do those sort of things. And it's really good for a lot of different types of business. And to be able to sort of visualize exactly how that works, it's really good to put something like this in place. And all we're doing is we're just going to give you the graphics to enable you to do these presentations in a much better way. And that's it. It's really just an easy way of doing it. So basically, if you're a member and you want the, all the downloads, the access to the training and the bonuses, including the graphics package, you do nothing if you're a member of Campaign Builder Pro. For non-members, if you're if you've not got anything in place at the moment and you want to come on board with something like Active Campaign, then start with the roadmap. Just get that on board. Start with that, so you start understanding how to put these sort of these funnels together that are going to make your business a lot more on fire. Let's say it's going to bring leads in. It's going to start making sales for you. But if you've already got something like Active Campaign and you just want to come on board with this, all you do is you just hit on support, email support, tell us what you want to do. We'll help you to do that. And also, if you're using another piece of software, hit us on support again, and we'll tell you exactly what to do to migrate across to us. So that's really it. That's the news that I wanted to sort of give out today about where we are and what we sit. It's just really to make sure that people understand that we're fighting in the back for everybody, and we're making sure that there's loads of things going on, and it's all good.
No, that looks really, really good. Certainly well worth getting hold of. So just to be clear about this, then doesn't matter what you're using, what system you're doing. If you want the actual the PDF download, the document that explains all this, that's available for anyone. Is that right?
Yes, it's free to anybody. I mean, if you're a member, you don't have to do anything. We're going to send it to you anyway in a sort of a package later on in the week.
Yeah, but if you're just watching this and you're not a member of Campaign Builder Pro, then you can go to that page. So just want to share that again. So it's campaignbuilderpro.com/fast-conversion-roadmap. Is that right?
Yeah.
Can we paste that into our? I'm not sure if we can actually share that or not.
I can put it.
No, I couldn't see way before to.
There we go.
To paste it to everybody.
Okay, cool. So that's there we go. campaignbuilderpro.com/fast-conversion-roadmap. Okay, so that's looking really cool. And then obviously, if this is what people get if they're already using Active Campaign through Campaign Builder Pro. So if they're members of Campaign Builder Pro, then that's when they get the 7 days of training, the Profit Maximizer funnel, the graphics pack. That is for anyone who is using Active Campaign through Campaign Builder Pro.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's part of all the value add of us being, a value-added reseller.
Okay, no, there's plenty of value there, because I know that on top of that, there's also lots of other training videos, webinar recordings, all that kind of thing. So well worth it. And I think it's as you said, then it doesn't matter if you're already using Active Campaign Direct, then it doesn't cost any more to switch over. It's exactly the same price. So again, if you're already using Active Campaign, or you'd like to switch from another platform to Active Campaign and get all of these extra bonuses, then all you need to do is send an email to support@campaignbuilderpro.com, and the wonderful Natasha will get back in touch with you and get you all sorted out. I think that's probably the main thing that we're sharing today. Anything else that, because I think Andy, you said that you'd also kind of had another little realization during the week as well.
Yeah, I didn't want it to be all about me, but
but it is.
But it's all about me. No, it's just that a couple of weeks ago, I was asked. Oh, well, I joined a business group. I was talking to about 10 to 15 different businesses. I didn't actually expect to be talking to them. I just went along for an event. To meet some other business people, and we was chatting. There was a few people doing some small presentations, and because I've been speaking to the person who runs it, they said, "Do you want to just pop up and have a little chat about sales funnels?" Because I think everybody would be very, very interested. So I thought, yeah, why not? Always up to have a little chat about funnels. And so I started talking to these guys, and they're all really interested, because I think everybody knows about a sales funnel in their business. They know how sales funnels basically work. But what surprised me, there was a sort of misconception about the digital sales funnel, because I think a lot of business people seem to think it's about digital marketing and internet marketing and selling online and all that sort of stuff. And to me, it's really not that. It's purely a tool that every single business can use. And this is really what I wanted to sort of get over today is, the things that they were talking about seems like it didn't really relate to them because they're a bricks and mortar business, or they're a genuine consultancy with 20 consultants on the books and an office and telephone systems and all those sort of things, all the sort of things that as a bricks and mortar business. But when I was talking to them, they were saying things like, we do a webinar, and we just put people into a webinar and we convert around about 8% every single webinar. So we just advertise our webinars, we put people into a webinar, and we convert 8 to 10% regularly. So okay, that's really interesting. So your business model is basically, if you can get people onto a webinar, you know a percentage you can normally convert. So then I started talking about how a funnel may help them to warm people up. So if you can give them something, the audience is going to self-select themselves in. If you get the right lead magnet, the right giveaway, basically, people sort of self-select themselves in because they're interested. And so you can get a nice little lead magnet going, maybe a download or maybe a video tutorial about something, and then put them onto some sort of bridging sequence, which is there to help you to get over to those prospects. What makes you so good? What's your USPs? You can do things like client testimonials or case studies or that sort of thing, or just give them some other little bits and pieces. What you're actually doing there in the funnel is warming those people up. So the offer doesn't have to be a sale. So when you take them through any sort of sequence, the offer at the end of it doesn't have to be a sale. It can be, come onto our free webinar, and that is the offer. And suddenly the penny dropped that what they can do with a funnel is to warm those people up. So when they actually get onto the webinar, which they've been doing for years, they may be able to close a little bit more than the 8 to 10%. They might be able to push it up because they've warmed people up through a funnel. So then I started getting loads of questions being asked, like, well, we do a live event. We do an evening open day or open evening once a month. And we get 10 to 15, 20 businesses maybe. Maybe if we could get a funnel up and running that sort of warms people up, they'll be more inclined to come, because we get lots of people talking about it, but we only get 10 to 15 people from different businesses around our area to come to that evening event. Maybe we could warm them up, and maybe we could get more people in the room, because if we get more people in the room, our conversion will be the same, but we'll convert more people because we've got more people in the room.
Yeah.
And suddenly there was this massive excitement with these business owners, and I'm thinking, this is what I want to get over to people. This is what I want to get people to understand about funnels. It's not just about, everybody talks about funnels. It's like, you've only got to look through Facebook and you've got funnels out the kazoo. So much talk about funnels, but I don't think people genuinely understand the power of them, or more importantly, how it can be related specifically to their business, which is what we want to do. This is what we tend to do. We want to try and help people to relate it to their business so they understand how powerful it can be for them. So that's all I wanted to really share. Went to this meeting, and people sort of suddenly got this concept of exactly how powerful it can be for their own business. And that's really important.
Yeah, no, it's massive. I mean, it's similar to what I'm working on at the moment, because I've stopped a lot of my client work more recently because I'm developing my own funnel, for want of a better word. I think if you've been watching any of the previous live streams that we've been doing, the previous webinars, then I've been talking a lot about email deliverability, and I'm building a whole set of tools to help people get their emails into the inbox, so they get more people opening their emails, and obviously more people actually either seeing their message or signing up or buying or whatever. So I'm doing exactly the same thing at the moment. Is everything that I'm doing is all about attracting people in and just offering loads of really cool things. I'm working on, and hopefully this will be some of these I can share in a next few weeks, hopefully. So I've got things like an email health score. I've got email audits and things like that I'm sharing with people, and all these other different kind of facts and videos and stuff like that, explaining how you can get more people to see your emails. And it's not just about making sales. I think it's just like you said, Andy, it's about build that relationship. It's add lots lots of value, get people to understand what you're about, what you're doing. And then at some point, that means that you've got more people that are present that you can then make that offer to when you're ready to make a sale. It makes all the difference. Have you realised that you've been chopping Wendy off, by the way, Andy, with the caption?
It's fine. It's fine. Where's Wally?
Yeah, I was going to say you're looking like a Chad at the moment. There we go. What no, Wendy? There we go.
It was better before, please.
There we go. That's cool. Now, Nadeem asked a quick question, Andy, that I think that you can clarify. And I will apologise if you're on the live stream, then there is a bit of a lag between us saying things and you actually seeing them. So if you type a question in, then sometimes it takes a little bit of a time for us to get that. So Andy, Nadeem was asking, obviously, we've also got the 21-day training course inside Campaign Builder Pro as well. And then we've got the new one now. So is there a particular order that you'd recommend? Is it, is the fast conversion roadmap the thing to look at first, or look at campaign ignition first, which is the 21-day training?
I honestly think you can do either, because they hit slightly different things. A 21-day training is really about if you're starting from scratch, it's more the technical side of things. So, for instance, right from the beginning, we talk about things like tags and why you should be using tags and how you apply them and all that sort of stuff. The latest training isn't about that, although we talk about putting tags in. So the 21-day training is like, it's one thing that you do every day for 21 days. And by the end of it, the idea is that you're going to be pretty much au fait with how to build any type of sales funnel that you want. But you understand the technology of it, because the biggest thing that we realized is that one of the reasons why we first started doing this and putting training in was that there's loads of information out there. I mean, if you go to Active Campaign, there is so much information that Active Campaign do, and if you search for something on their support, you'll find something specific, and it's really good. I mean, their support is great. There's loads of documentation, there's videos on how to do stuff and all that sort of thing. What was sort of missing for us was, if you're a small business and you're pretty crap with technology, which I know that a lot of business owners just absolutely crap with technology. They don't want to have to go through this massive learning cycle and look at all these different documents and all that sort of stuff. All they want is like, this is what you do. You start here, you do this, that enables you to do this. You do this, you get a form on. You do this, you can put it onto a page. You do this, you can start getting leads. If you do this, then you start putting automations in place. And so the 21-day training is literally just starting, and from any small business owner, if you just follow it's over the shoulder training. It helps you to start getting up and running pretty quickly, which is what the whole point of it was. With this training, this is more about the psychology of funnels and things like that. But so it doesn't really matter which way you do it. They're both there for different reasons, and there's other few other bits and pieces, other training bits and pieces in there as well. I've got Facebook stuff in there as well. But I think it doesn't really matter which way round you do it, as long as if you really want to learn how to do this stuff, the training is there to help you learn it, and that's all this is all about. The latest training for me was something, as I say, when me and Wendy sort of sat down and worked out what we was actually going to put to this. It was for a specific reason. And that's a lot of people can understand the technology, although we show them the technology and how, what you click and what you do and things like that, because it's important to do that. But it's so important to understand the psychology of this. Marketing is all about psychology, and to have a relationship between the psychology and the technology is critical. It's not just about learning the psychology and not understanding the technology, but it's understanding how to use that technology to enable the psychology to work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what we was really aiming for. It was to help our clients to build better funnels because they understand why, as well as how. And that's what we're all about. I mean, all the stuff that we always do. I mean, when we all do consultancy, we all talk to clients, we all help people with the sales and marketing, whether it's all to do with sales funnels. Although I honestly think that everything we should have a funnel centric business. It's the funnel should be at the center of the business, because everything sort of comes out of the funnel. Now, I talk about the funnel. Most businesses over time will have a number of sales funnels, and you've got to understand how they all fit together.
Yeah.
And those are the sort of things that we'll be doing extra training on as we go through, because people will get more sophisticated. Once you actually get this under your belt, you understand how to put a basic classic sales funnel together. Once you understand the technology of that, you can start thinking, well, what if I did this? What if my customer does this? How can I stop one automation, start another one? How can I, if someone buys something, how can I stop selling to them and then start supporting them? Well, you can do that with the software. So a lot of the stuff that we're going to do to our members, and also just on the YouTube pages, is just go through some of those things, really just to help you as much as possible. If you're a member, you just get more, because that's the whole point of coming on board with us. We just do more training.
Okay, no, that sounds perfect. That is really cool. So yeah, so Nadeem said thanks for answering that question there, which is really cool. Anything that you've been up to, anything of note, Aunt Wendy, that you want to share before we wrap up today?
I think Andy and I have been working quite hard on getting this new training put together, to be honest. That's been
confusing, hasn't it?
It's been great. So we've put a lot of energy and time and thought into this. We didn't want to just throw something together. So I think I'm going to really looking forward to hearing people's success stories, really, from using this training and getting their feedback. So that's going to be really exciting. Other projects I've been working on, more integrations, email deliverability. I believe there's some new stuff out there. So I've been working with that. So looking forward to more of that as well.
Okay, that all sounds cool. Okay, so we'll wrap up in a minute. If there's any questions, then quick opportunity to type them into the box before we wrap up, and we'll just kind of talk a little bit more before we do that, because as we know now, there's about a 20-second lag from what we say to you seeing it on YouTube. So we'll just carry on for a minute longer. I know there's lots going on. Now, the same thing that applies as always then is, if you're not already in the Facebook group, then you can join that. If you've not actually signed up online, there's two ways you can watch. Obviously, you can click the little subscribe button under the video in YouTube if you want to subscribe that way, or you can actually sign in and you can register for future live streams as well. So there we go. So that's just appeared there, campaignbuilderpro.com/join our webinar. If you register there, then every time we go live with something, then there'll be an email notifying you of that. And we can also send out links to the recordings. So we've had no other questions in, so I think we can wrap up at this point. I think it's fair to say that the new technology trial has been a success. It hasn't actually fallen over. We've not disappeared in a heap or anything like that. And just a quick recap, if you want to get that free PDF download, then go to campaignbuilderpro.com/fast-conversion-roadmap. So make sure you check that out. There's been a lot of work. Andy and Wendy have been very busy getting that working. There's a whole process behind that as well, because guess what? We're actually eating our own dog food. With all that, then that covers pretty much everything. There we go. Oh, look at that. Don't forget to subscribe. But there we go. That's a very, very quick thing there. And with that in mind, are we done? I think we are.
I think so. We are.
As we just started this YouTube malarkey, I think if you could subscribe, it'd be fantastic. Hit the notification button, because then you're going to know exactly when we're doing these live broadcasts. And we've got a lot of cool things to share with everybody regarding sort of digital marketing and funnel building. So if you subscribe, hit the notification button, you'll get to know exactly when things are going on.
Perfect, brilliant. Well, we'll wrap up there.
Awesome.
So wishing everyone a wonderful day, even if it's a bit grey out of the window here. Don't know what it's like elsewhere, but let's hope the weather improves. And we will be back online very soon. Take care, guys. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.